Good evening and welcome to the Adventures in Lollygagging. I am Aaron. I am your game master. Welcome back. We've been off for several weeks because of holiday shenanigans and the like. So we're going to go through a quick recap to get everybody caught up. You should all know our cast of wonderful players and their incredible characters by now. So we're going to skip that part so we can get right back in the action. And if you don't know them, go back and watch or rewatch every single episode that preceded this because they're a lot of fun and they make me look good. So you should definitely check out what they do. All right. So last time on Dragonbane, we found the group having just burst out of the ground in the middle of the swamp. Tsunami the halfling, barge captain, yelled out to them, seeing if they were okay, particularly after that unprecedented swamp quake that nearly caused the barge to be upset. But everyone was fine. They made their way back onto the barge. They were given a choice to take a skiff and head off into the marsh, or to travel along with Tsunami and his crew towards the village of Swamp Break on the western edge near the River Coomer's mouth. Tsunami explained that it's an isolationist community of mallards primarily, with a scattering of other folks. He explained that the village survived basically on a barter system, trading their wares and concoctions and unique marsh ingredients for items and goods that they could not produce themselves. And they worked through a very small select group of merchants that they trusted. In fact, Tsunami suggested to Clara that she might be able to make inroads with the village leader, a white feathered mallard named Donald. So once they tied the barge up, they headed into the town. But the entire town was in an uproar. And you saw Donald talking to the other villagers. And you looked around, and most of them looked like farmers or gatherers, some herbalists. There were a couple of hunters mixed in there, but generally they looked terrified. And you overheard Donald explaining that 3 of the village children had recently gone missing: Hubert, Dobie, and Louie, who, according to their friend Junior, had went exploring into a nearby cave that had just opened up in a hillside after the earthquake. None of the villagers looked like they were prepared to go spelunking. So Sir Galahop and Stormhand volunteered the team to spearhead the effort to save the children. And Elder Donald was so thankful at this gesture that he gave out 5 healing potions and a bag with 20 bandages, and said, "If you rescue these children, this village will be your home forever, and we will do everything in our power to give you what you need for your future journeys." Well, the group immediately head out. They were led by a black feathered female mallard whose bill had been broken and it was all wired closed, named Daphne. She communicated with sign language and led them off to this hillside where it was quite obvious. You could see the rubble around this ruptured fissure in the side of the hill that led into it was a very narrow passage, but then it led into a larger room inside the cave. Torches were lit, and then Sir Galahop, the hero that he is, yelled out the children's names and went running off into the cave system in an attempt to find them. Everyone followed. There was no immediate sign of the children, but the group did find tracks and evidence of large spiders. So everyone continued to make their way deeper into the cave system following these tracks. They were ambushed by a swarm of smaller spiders, ranging from the size of a fist up to the size of a small dog, but they were able to easily deal with this. They continued to proceed along one of the northern cavern pathways, following the tracks of a large spider, which led them to a raging river. But since it was only 4 meters wide, Sir Galahop just said, I can wade through this. A rope was affixed to him. Absu and Clara held on to the rope, and Sir Galahop jumped into the river, finding that it was much deeper than he was anticipating, forgetting that plate mail armor is very heavy, and also that he can't swim very well, and was immediately pulled under and raced along the current. Clara and Absu, because they're such good friends, decided not to let go of the rope, and found that their strength was woefully inadequate to deal with the pull of Sir Galahop, and they joined him in the river, underwater, splashing against the cavern walls and ceilings until they were thrust out into a large underground lake. Sir Galahop started to sink, others were swimming, and then a giant, corrupted, pale, blind cave eel struck. We search over it, we see Truly and Stormhand going, that doesn't look like the way to go. So they backtracked and they took another cavern and they wound their way around and they found themselves, they went through a cave with a bunch of old weapons and skeletons and the like. And then they found themselves on the north shore of the very lake that our other heroes recently were deposited. They saw for a moment the water boil as this eel attacked, and then everybody was pulled underwater, and it went clear. Stormhand, not imagining his life without Sir Galahop, dove into the water to help, and Truly, our goblin pyromancer, thought, I think I'll just stay here and warm some things up for them. The team fought valiantly. I fully expected at least somebody to die, but they pulled out miracle after miracle after miracle, defeated the cave eel, and were able to pull themselves out onto the banks and pull Sir Galahop up out of the water and onto the bank as well, where Truly was able to warm them up, removing the cold condition from the freezing waters. And that is where we're going to pick up. So our scene opens, and we see 5 heroes in a very small pool of torchlight. 4 of them are wet. You see steam rising off of their clothes. They're all looking out into this impenetrable darkness right past the torchlight. And although they're no longer freezing from the cold, they are beaten. Some are demoralized. Others are scared or angry and hurt. And their will to go forward has been tested by these recent trials. You hear skittering noises in the background, all around you, in the cavern walls, along the ceilings. Occasionally you feel small spider webs drape across your face, almost as if being blown by a slight breeze. But you see no spiders. You just hear the skittering of claws and the clacking of mandibles out in the darkness. What would you like to do?
You're all alive. You think we can eat it?
I can cook it. I can make calamari.
So cold, so very and wet cat just looking miserable. Whatever food would be great. Good idea, Stormhand.
I will say that the giant eel is at the bottom of this very deep lake, so you're more than happy to dive in and go after pieces of the corpse if you'd like, or to search the bottom of the lake. But you don't know how deep it is, and it's very dark.
Maybe we go get the kids first, and then we get the eel on the way out, and then maybe they eat.
Unless there is more eels down there that Absu does not want to fight.
Can we just sit here for a little bit? Just
what? But the kids are down. The kids there, they're gonna get eaten by a spider.
Will be no good to them.
There is a lot of spiders.
How would you feel if we show up in a room and there's like a big spider, and it's already eaten like 2 of the ducklings, and then it's like about to eat the third, and if you would have just gotten there like 15 minutes earlier, you could have saved the ducklings. How'd you feel, Claire? Would you feel good?
I might be warm and not soaking wet and not injured.
I can make it warmer. You want more heat? The about Fahrenheit. 20 degrees goes up a little bit more.
Suddenly, both Clara and Absu's fur just.
That's right. And in truth, Clara and Absu, you are both starting to actually feel quite hot because that fur is thick, and this is getting quite warm in this small, cramped area between the torches. But so, are you going to stay here for a stretch of time, approximately 15 minutes? Mechanically, it would allow you to heal 1d6 of hit points, 1d6 of willpower, and 1 condition, as long as it's uninterrupted. So that's the trade-off. Well, the other trade-off is, as Sir Galahop pointed out, the Mallard children may be drained of all of their body fluids. Yes.
Yeah.
There's always that risk.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you say, Stormhand. You want to take a breather? Like, we could take a breather. That's fine. I mean, there's 3 ducklings. We could always come back with 2. It's all right.
Taking a look at the party, everyone looks fine. Why wait?
I feel.
Absu does not look fine.
I suppose we just do healing potions, and if we come to it, we just drink all the healing potions and hope that that's enough while she continues to be scared and disheartened.
Just the duck mare gave us potions. Just consume and we'll be on our way.
Well, I don't like being this close to the water.
Prefer warmer marshes.
You should try going in it. Truly, it was like...
no, thank you. I am good without.
It was pretty nice to get us swimming, get my cardio for the day.
One thing I do want to point out, just as a reminder, a mechanical reminder, since it's been a while since we played, flashbacks are an option. So if you need a flashback, you can, describe it. I will tell you the amount of willpower it would cost. This is, of course, a homebrewed rule of mine. You will not find it in the book. So if you're watching and going, what the hell is he talking about? I just explained it to you. In addition, if you play into your conditions narratively, make sure you note that. And at the end, I will give you an extra tick to roll for experience for playing into conditions, because I think that's a valid way to make the conditions mean something more than they currently mean, other than just the Bane rules. So, all right, so you're moving on.
Yes, we're going to pop some pain potions.
Okay.
I guess.
That's what it sounds like.
Jeff
we're doing.
doesn't look so
Yeah.
sure.
No, you guys do whatever you want. I'm just, I'm
I'm
just
worried
playing
about your
Galahop.
willpower.
I'll be fine.
But
I mean, the
that's
rest of you might not be fine, but I'll be fine.
I really do think. No, I really do think because if we, in our dying breath, look around the corner and see where they are, and they're just fine waiting to be rescued, and we all died, and in our dying breath we see them alive, that would be really bad. So I think we should take a rest and get.
Claire, aren't you being a
healing
scaredy
potions
cat?
back.
Don't you have 9 lives? I mean, Galahop has 1. He's still running around.
Yeah, it's true. Listen, I just feel like we've been talking so much. Like, if we just make a decision, we could have been resting this whole time. So, I think Stormhand, you're just gonna have to make a call.
Clara
You're just gonna have to use your wisdom.
Clara folds her arms over and she just sits there. I'm staying.
Okay, we're splitting the party, it sounds like. Are we resting?
Yeah, she wants to rest.
Okay, let's rest.
What we're going to do so you guys are, you stay near the torches, you're getting warmed up, you're planning on resting for about 15 minutes. In that time, let's see if something happens. Before you guys roll and get things, okay, you're good. During that 15 minutes, other than hearing the skittering noises, nothing else happens, and you're able to recharge your willpower, some of your hit points, and get rid of 1 condition each. Shh.
I get 3 willpower back.
Nice.
I'm feeling a little braver now. I think we're good.
Excellent.
Wait, like when you
Which
take
button
a
are we
rest, you
clicking?
get
Sorry.
you get brave. Is
I
that
know.
what
Run
it
with
is?
a little
There's a
sparkly
stretch rest
man.
button, which is the second one from the left.
Little sparkly man next
Right
to the
under
man
willpower.
going like this.
Just remember, if you hover the cursor, it'll have a tutorial pop up for it.
Thank you.
And you have to pick the condition. It won't do it.
Okay.
So I will be less disheartened, but still scared.
So at the end of the 15 minutes, you're feeling warmer, you're feeling better. You've probably had a little bit of food, some of the tubers of vegetables that were given to you by Donald, a little bit of water, not from the lake, but what you brought with you, and you're prepared to move on. Now, the cavern, you know that the cavern continues to the north because that is where Stormhand and Truly came from. And it also bends around to the south and heads west, though. So that heads back towards the direction you came from. Where would you like to go? North or south?
North, right?
Does
Okay.
any direction have like hints of blood or bird mallard
Can
feathers?
we hear anything specific or?
All you're hearing is the skittering noise. Stormhand and Truly, directly north is that cavern that was filled with all the old weapons and rusted armor and skulls and skeletons. In that chamber there was a very narrow passage going off to the northeast, and then there was a much larger passage heading west.
Angry cat, Absu, there's a bunch of old stuff in the next room up that might be your interest.
Yeah, definitely. But first priority is, and she kind of like she's got a big welt on her head, like she's dazed. She took a couple hits when she was shaking like a rag doll in the mouth of the eel, and the baby mallards we must find first.
All right, so if you're going to head north, go ahead and move your tokens up into that, along that corridor, up into that next room. And you see the passage off to the small, narrow passage off that goes off to the northeast, and then the main passage here that goes west.
Am I still the light source? Do I need to be cautious of how I move?
You guys should be able. You can all each see this area,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool.
So
I'm not necessarily sure that I'm going to fit too far in the northeasternly direction, but perhaps we go towards the northwest.
is that the consensus? And you do, as you're looking around, as you guys come into this cavern, you do see just a lot of broken equipment, old swords, armors. There's could potentially be things of value in here, but it would also probably take you a stretch to really search this room.
Yeah, this is a later search, I think.
Okay, so like we're going west then, so cause Clara's too big. Is that okay? All right.
Yes.
Well, off we go. You guys think I should like call out again? I haven't done it for a while.
Yeah, we're trying to get Eddie trailed.
Okay. Hubert, other ducklings. Anyone there? Hello.
Lewis.
You hear the echo of your voice coming back, and you hear the skittering noise get a little louder, and then move off and split, and then seem to almost surround you for a second in the walls, maybe, and then pull back, and everything goes quiet.
Yeah, I think they're just getting kind of scared of us. They come up and then they see us, and then they leave. So I think we're okay. All right.
And Clara already looks big, and now she looks even more big with the fur. So
So
good for them.
giant, fluffy angry cat. So if you continue to move along this northwestern passage, you can go ahead and move your tokens up to about here. If you can see my ping. The corridor is just it's a rocky cavern. Pitch black except for this small circle of light that you're traveling in. The deeper you get into the cavern, the more webs you see hanging along the walls and across the ceiling. And they're no longer small spider webs. Some of them are getting larger, and the strands are getting thicker. So you go ahead and continue along the cavern to the west. And you see a sort of phosphorescent glow ahead of you, slight, very slight. It's not really enough to pierce the darkness, but you're getting, it looks like the vague shape of a larger cavern directly in front of you to the west.
Hey, something's glowing up here.
That's really pretty.
Is that like a good? It could be like a lantern. Maybe it's one of the ducklings or something. They dropped maybe they had like a lantern or a torch or something. We going forward?
Yeah, carefully.
Do I know any other way? And so he just walks up really recklessly.
As you're walking closer and the torchlight penetrates, you could see that it opens. That the tunnel opens into a cave chamber directly in front of you.
Okay.
And you feel a breeze coming through from the north. So you think there must be another tunnel opening to the north.
And this is the same route that they came around, right? Didn't they come through
except
this?
for instead of going this far, they came around. Yeah, they came around this area.
Okay. He'll push in, and he's kind of looking northward and seeing, what's going on. It's like everything's okay. Come on in.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
As you all make your way into the room, a swarm of spiders burst out of every nook and cranny. The smallest, again, the size of about a fist. The largest being the large now of about the size of a large dog. And
a large dog? That's a really big spider.
That's a big spider.
That's a really big spider.
That's a big spider.
Are we talking like golden lab large, or are we talking mastiff large?
We're talking like really 100-pound dog large.
Oh God!
Okay. I don't like that.
No, that's not good. I don't think I want to be here anymore.
I think that's larger than you, truly.
Yeah, it could eat me.
Just imagine what those little ducklings are thinking.
Are they my size?
Duckling? I don't know. I never met them.
They might be smaller.
They could be
big.
Plump for the ages. Who knows? They could have had like early growth spurts or something.
Early growth spurts.
There are a lot of them. So go ahead and
I got you guys.
Get yourself the combat tracker.
All right.
Oh, they all get to go.
These things happen.
All right. It kind of makes sense. You guys didn't. You knew there were spiders around, but you didn't know exactly where they were coming from. So once again, this is a swarm. So you're not really fighting individual spiders, but all the damage you do affects the swarm and causes to break up. So the swarm is coming in. I'm going to roll a d6 to see who this first group of spiders goes after. If I roll a 1, I'm going to re-roll. Otherwise, it's 2 Jeff, 3 Kipser, 4 Melissa, 5 Long, 6 Ashley.
Hey, that's me.
All right. So these spiders come swarming at Clara. And let's see what kind of attack they're going to do here. climbing horror. So the spiderlings come pouring out towards Clara and climb all over your body and everyone within 10 meters. So that's where's Clara at? That's just gonna be Clara and Stormhand. Well, no, and Galahop. Actually, yeah, it's gonna be everybody. You're all within 10 meters. I forget, 10
We're
meters is 30
traveling
feet.
together.
So, yeah.
It's quite a distance.
So, you all suffer a fear attack and must roll will against fear. So, Stormhand, as they come pouring over you, you scream, which causes all players to. Well, okay, well, everybody's already
Wait, you got
suffering
the
a
roll
fear
for it.
attack. So,
I just clicked the button. I don't think that. Maybe
oh, you didn't.
Oh,
you
yeah,
didn't
I
roll?
did too.
Okay, yeah, roll.
I didn't roll. I just clicked. Yeah.
Go ahead, roll. Sorry.
You know, you guys, you want to roll low in this game.
Yeah.
You want to low.
So,
Yeah.
Truly, are you going to push your roll and take a condition?
I've been thinking about it. I am going to. I'm gonna take a condition. I'm gonna be rage. I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and Go ahead and push it.
I am angry. Push the roll. Nope. Never mind.
Okay, so you're angry, and how about you, Stormhand? Are you
Yeah, I'll
gonna
push mine as well. I'll be
Okay.
scared for willpower,
Makes sense.
and I'll pass it with a push.
All right, so what's it look like as these things are crawling up, and you start to lose it, Stormhand? But what is it that makes you gird yourself against this crawling horror?
Yeah, I stifle a piercing scream that I'm about to let out. But then I remember that we've taken care of a swarm already, and we can handle this one again.
Excellent. And truly, I see that you got rage. So
Yeah. I'll say I was scared to push the roll, and then angry is the resulting effect.
Okay, sounds good. And so we move on to the next group of spiderlings. And now it's an easy D4. I'm not going to have them go after Clara again because it's just rude.
I mean, I was fine, so you can.
That's true. It will be truly another group of this spider swarm is moving at you. Well, sorry, they attack everyone as the swarm
We need
of
to spread
spiders
out.
spread out and attacks all players within 10 meters. Each victim takes a d6 piercing damage. Armor has no effect.
Are we allowed to use our evade for this?
You can. If you would like to use evade, you can choose to spend your action and evade instead.
Would I be allowed to, because I have a rage condition that says I have to attack?
No, if you cannot evade, you
Okay.
must attack. So go ahead and roll there. If you're not evading, go ahead and roll your damage.
Pierce for 2.
I'm gonna evade or attempt to, anyways.
So
Yeah,
Clara,
I
do you want
attempted
to push
to
it?
evade and I failed.
Do you want to push it?
Sure.
Absolutely. You want to push it?
Yes.
Damn it.
Uh,
I'm angry and I failed, so I'm angry.
That makes sense.
Apsu is gonna feel disheartened regardless of how this goes.
Okay.
She's getting kind of beat up.
But you
Nice.
succeed.
Nice.
So you evade. So Absu, you're able to clear. Maybe the batting of your wings as you pull yourself away from them pushes the spiders away from you. But you see the rest of your group covered in these biting spiders, and you feel disheartened from it. Clara, you attempted to get out using your cat-like reflexes, but the biting spiders were just too entrenched. They're just covering you and covering your fur too deeply, and they're crawling up into the thickness of your fur and biting, and that's making you furious.
I feel like her fur has puffed so much that she can't find them in like the fur.
Yeah, it's all the small ones, all these tiny little fist-sized ones. So did everybody take their damage?
Yeah.
How much damage did I take? Sorry.
A d6. I was letting everybody roll their own damage.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
rolling my own.
Yeah, there's a
that way you're the
little
architect
D6
of your own
piercing
failure.
damage on
You're
your mass
fine.
attack.
You're fine. You are fine. And then the last group of the spider swarm moves into attack. There's only 3 of you left, so we'll roll a d6. 1, 2, Jeff. 3, 4. Not that it's going to matter. It's going to attack all of you probably, but we'll see how it goes. And they are going after Absu, who managed to, because she pulled away, maybe you flew back into another section of the swarm you didn't even see.
Oh no.
Is that the same one we got last time?
That is the
Yeah.
same one we got
Yeah.
last time.
I'm gonna reroll
Yep.
that. That just seems too mean. Okay, the spiderlings make a joint attack against the player character. I'm not going to go with the lowest con. I'm just going to go with Absu because I said they targeted you. The attack inflicts 2d4 slashing damage, and the victim suffers a fear attack. Armor has no effect. You've already used your evade action, so you're just going to take the damage.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Oh my.
Oh, no,
I
you guys
also
take
clicked
the
it.
3. Take
Okay,
the
sorry.
3. And roll your will test for fear.
Okay. And I'm already scared still from the whole eel fiasco. And I succeed with an
All right.
11.
So even though these spiders, these larger spiders, these are the ones that are like the 100-pound spiders are just biting down, and their mandibles are piercing through your body. You're able to hold it together, and the terror that's rising up in you, you're able to push back because you're a badass demon hunter.
Scholar.
And that
kill him with my books.
scholar, but you're from a race of demon hunters, so
That's true.
You're
That's
a
true.
very tough scholar. That brings us to Truly.
I am very angry right now, and I'm going to burn everything. So truly, it does say I need to, Truly's going to kind of use one of the things, her actions to move. Can we move into range, or am I too far away to get into melee combat with it?
You are surrounded by, you're already in melee combat. They're
Oh, okay.
covering you
Then I'm
and
going
everyone.
to light essentially myself on fire, probably.
Okay.
This is not smart, but if the thing is your fear turns to anger, you are forced to attack its source on your next turn in melee combat if possible. Then that sounds like it's.
I will say there are spiders on the ground as well. So like if you want to target things that are not on you, you can. But if you want to target the ones on you, I will let you target the ones on you, but you will suffer for it.
Yes, I will, but Truly is very angry, and
so I dig it. I love the choice.
I'm going to light myself on fire now. And I'm going to fireball my feet to attack spiders, essentially.
Okay.
The question is, do I keep it at power level 1 or higher?
That's a good question. It's up to you.
I was going to do a power level 2. I'm going to still do a power level 2. You guys might be picking me up off the ground after this, by the way.
Assuming we're still alive, you may just be burning.
Oh my.
Oh.
Well,
Let's roll that.
let's instead roll a demon and then have a mishap. I'm very angry.
No.
Okay, so what conditions do you not have at the moment?
We have a tiny Hulk.
You have a tiny Hulk. I probably just dazed myself to be fair.
Okay, yeah. So the spell just doesn't go off the way you were expecting. So you're so furious, and that day, I mean, you're beside yourself with anger, and you just cannot grasp that this is happening to you.
So you guys see a tiny pile of clothes with tiny little stickly green arms sticking out of it, yelling and running around in circles, with failed fire just producing from the fingers.
And that brings us to Absu.
And I evaded already this
Oh,
round.
that's correct. Thank you for
Yeah.
reminding. Stormhand.
Seeing the swarm reminds me of when I was engrossed in the demonology book. That I learned a spell from it, Beetle Swarm. So I'm going to try and cast that.
Nice. Talk to us about Beetle Swarm. First time we've seen it.
Yeah, so I can conjure a swarm of demonic scarabs that feeds on flesh. This swarm attacks multiple opponents. I can decide which one in what order. So it's like 4 swarm attacks.
Okay.
So I'll go. I have to read from the Grimoire because I haven't actually learned it.
Mm-hmm.
Crawl forth, countless claws. Consume and conquer. And just huge swarms with scarabs just spilling out of this book.
And what
Sorry.
kind of damage do they do?
What kind of damage? Let me check. The spell doesn't say.
The fatal kind, of course. Insta death. That's
the
the damage.
death kind.
If there's ever a question.
They cause the death kind. All right.
Exactly.
Demonology 112. So for anybody who's thinking, wait a second, demonology is in the core book. We don't have any demonology spells. Path of Glory has the new demonologies. Well, some of the demonology stuff in it. Okay, so the first target takes 2d10 damage, the second 2d8, the third 2d6, and the fourth 2d4. Armor has no effect.
Nice.
So, and it's going to hit all the spiders. So do this for me. Roll. We're not going to do the attack separate. Just roll 2d10, 2d8, 2d6, and 2d4. And let's see what it looks like.
Right.
Be so
Swarm
many
of beetles
dice.
just start flooding the cavern as well, eating all these swarms of spiders. Just swarm on swarm action with 26 total damage.
So describe what it looks like as this swarm of scarabs bursts out of your mouth, flooding this entire room, avoiding your friends, but crawling all over your friends as they devour spiders.
I'm using putting things in my mouth, so all of a sudden everything's flowing out of it. Yeah. These scarabs are dark purple. They have claws, strangely shaped, unlike anything you've ever seen. They start scattering all over my body onto the ground, over all these spiders, and start consuming them on the spot.
And not a
Claire
single
is-
spider escapes.
Claire is angry and scared, and so she's just like jumping up and down. And, like she's already getting like crawled all over by spiders, and she couldn't like evade them, and so she's just like screaming and jumping up and down and jumping. What?
I mean, we've all seen the Brendan Fraser, The Mummy, and that's exactly what it looks like when these scarabs hit. And in a moment, the scarab beetles, after they've completely fed, they turn and they flow back at Stormhand. And you see them running up his clothes, and you see his skin start to bulge in places. And then everything is back to normal as the demonic scarabs have returned to whatever infernal realm Stormhand summoned them from.
Stormhand,
And it is quiet.
I am very thankful that you ate the spiders, but what the fuck?
I'm gonna have to get used to that one.
Thank you, I suppose. Thank you.
Demonology is a powerful
That's-
thing.
You
That's
should
gross.
not
That's
be
really
using
gross.
demonology. It is a gateway drug to terrible things.
Like, what's worse than like demonology?
actual demons.
Well, no, I mean, but that's like what demonology is, right? It's like
Yes.
hard. Yeah, so
Correct.
like, listen, it's Stormhand. Like, no demon can hurt him. What are you talking about? Like, settle
See,
down.
but that
there.
is the folly. That is
What?
that.
Well, I mean, that's like for you, maybe, but like, are you trying to compare yourself to this guy? Look what he just did. He just barfed out a bunch of beetles, and all the beetles killed all the spiders, and then he
And then
sucked
they
the
climbed back
beetles
into his
back off.
skin, back
Yeah.
to some unholy dimension. That
If it's
what is-
coming from him, it's holy. Come on now. Let's get.
I don't know. This is dangerous, Stormhand. Please be careful.
Clara looks over to Truly. What were you doing?
I'm so angry. I burn.
Oh my god.
Be careful with. I don't know what you were trying to do, but be careful. It's, yeah. Stormhand, can you tell us before you do that next time? Pretty please. I want to make sure I keep my mouth shut because I don't want them going in my mouth. You may be okay with that, but just tell me ahead of time, please.
I'm not sure if there's enough time to tell you. It happened instantly.
Okay.
Well, we know when he shouts those words, the incantation, at least.
Oh, okay. Good point.
Shut your mouth, plug your nose. And she goes into her ear and she plucks out a scarab and then she hands it back to Stormhand.
And when you do, it touches Stormhand's palm, burrows into his flesh, and you see it crawling up his arm, and then it disappears. But it causes you no discomfort, Stormhand. I mean, it's eerie and it feels weird, but it doesn't hurt you
What are you,
as they
Shino?
disappear. In the cavern, you still feel this slight breeze blowing from the northern corridor. And to the south, you can hear the sound of rushing waters. So you think probably directly south of you is the river crossing that Galahop tried to make. And then the corridor leads off to the north, and then there's a very narrow corridor leading off to the west.
I think this is like one way to go, right? Because like you all are gonna complain about the river, so we can't go that way. So we gotta go this way. That place is too small for Clara, and then that way is the way we gotta go north. I think.
Correct,
more
I
water.
think so.
Process of elimination.
Do I see anything, any signs of baby ducklings?
Give me an awareness check. Or a bushcraft, either one.
Oh, I already ripped it. 2.
Yeah, awareness is
Awareness.
good. So you're looking around. Well, I take that back. You do, with a 2, you see one single small white feather is trapped in one of the webs. And you do see the tracks of this large spider still as it heads north.
North does seem to be correct, Stormhand.
The feather of the
Sir
knowledge.
Galahop. And she'll pluck the feather and she'll like tuck it in her fur because it's already super puffy anyways, so it'll hold it.
Nice. So go ahead. If you continue north, go ahead and move yourselves up about 9-10 squares.
Okay. At the opening of another little area, looks like.
So as you move your way up, you see along this corridor, you see another cavern opening, and hanging from the damp ceiling of this cave are dozens of white cocoons, ranging in size from the size of, say, a small bird up to what even could potentially be a bear. And in those webs and above the cocoons, you see like 5 or 6 large spiders. When I say large, I mean about the size of a pony.
Oh god.
And they're looking down at you And then you feel something brush across your mind, and you see these large spiders pull up and disappear deeper into the webs along the cavern roof. And you all feel a pressure, and then a voice emerges in your mind. Oh, you have been so much trouble to my children and grandchildren. Listen, come west into my cavern so we may speak. And after you move into the cavern, into this main cavern, you do see. So go ahead and move your characters up. You do see another hall going off to the west. So go ahead and move yourselves down that if you choose to accept this invitation.
And I feel like Clara says out
was
loud,
that?
"No, thank you."
Who you guys? Which one of you is playing tricks? Like someone? Which one of you spell casters or like casting
Wasn't me.
spells?
And again, you feel that pressure. Listen, I am mother to all the spiders you have killed. You at least owe me a conversation about why you have invaded my home.
Just give us the baby mallards and we will leave.
She has come to my cavern, and we will discuss your demands, and we will discuss mine.
What's wrong with right here?
I didn't realize spiders could speak like this.
She's inviting us to her home.
You
Might as
may
well
come
accept.
and accept hospitality, and we will have a discussion, or I will simply let my elder children hunt for their dinner. And again, you hear the rustling and chittering above you of these pony-sized spiders.
We'll gladly accept your invitation.
Excellent.
We
A
will.
wise individual. So if you're going to, go ahead and make your way west along that corridor. It's 25 squares or so until you come into another cavern.
All right. That Galab's like, we will. Yeah, we will.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Claire's
And
thoughts exactly.
this narrow cavern hallway that you're going down is just covered in webs. And these are huge webs. I mean, each strand is like 3 inches in diameter. And as you move in, you see that the dim light barely illuminates this vast, vast chamber. The far wall is covered in huge cobwebs, and you see multiple spider-webbed cocoons all about. But you do see 3 dangling from the ceiling, moving slightly. And then out of the shadows, an enormous spider comes out. It's about as wide as 2 Clydesdale horses side by side, roughly the size of a small elephant.
Oh my god.
And she says, again, in your mind, I am Granny Sockshall. You have come into my home. You have killed my children and my grandchildren. But I understand that is the way of your people. So let us speak so we can find a way past this problem. And at the sound of her voice, you see those 3 cocooned figures move more rapidly, almost as if she's probably included them in the conversation.
3 young mallards have found themselves lost in your home. We only wish to bring them back.
Yes. Dinner walked into my home. My children were investigating the new entrance to our cave warrens, and Dinner walked in. So they were taken.
And we are here to take them out.
I see. Let me make a proposition for you. You wish to have these children returned,
Yes.
and I am willing to consider that for a favor. You see, normally we hunt out of the main area. There's that old keep to the north. that opens up into these caverns. But a group of orcs have moved in there, followers of the chieftain Maluduk, the orc chieftain who seeks the demon vanquishing blade Durman. They seek one of the pieces of the statue of the Dragon Emperor of Eladane. They believe that it is here. And so they kill my children. And they block our exit into the forest where we normally hunt. So, I will make this proposition to you. You go, and you kill these orcs. And you leave their bodies. My children will follow behind you, and they will cocoon the bodies and bring them back. The dead meal is not as appetizing as a live one, but it's acceptable. In exchange, I will do 3 things for you. I will have my children block up the entrance to the cave near the swamps so that no one else can come in and my children will not go out. I will return to you my dinner, and you see this long, spindly spider arm reach up and stroke the side of those 3 cocoons. And I will tell you where you can find a piece of the statue of the Dragon Emperor Eladane.
We'll
I
accept
think-
this deal.
Yes.
If
Excellent.
we can first confirm that what you have next to you is indeed the ducks we seek.
Well, of course. And she crawls up on the ceiling, this massive body, and her 2 smallest arms and mandibles pull away at some of the cocooning around these 3 figures. And you see the terrified faces of 3 mallard children, tears coming down their eyes. Their bills are kind of webbed shut, but they're and you see the absolute terror and hope in their eyes. Then she crawls back down. Is that sufficient evidence?
It's all right, children.
Yes.
Mayor Donald sent us. We'll take you home.
And again, you see the hope glimmer in their eyes. Well, if you are willing to accept this, I will tell you. Simply follow the northeastern path out of my chamber. You will find a web bridge. It is sturdy, but be careful as you cross it. And then as you cross it, you will come into a narrow path that ends at a flight of stairs that lead up into the basement of the keep. That is where this patrol of orcs is residing. My children, my adult children, will follow you, and after you have killed the orcs, they will bring the bodies back. When you return, I will give you the children and the location of the statue, and then we will block up the cavern entrance by the swamp after you leave.
Thank you.
Well, and at that, she pulls back into the shadows and sort of disappears. I mean, which is unbelievable for a creature so large. And you see the webs fold in around her, and you just see these 3 small bodies shaking, waiting for you to rescue them.
So,
Giant
like, we're
spider.
doing this? We're helping her kill some orcs to get the okay. All right, yeah. Okay.
You said we
trust
have
it.
to rescue
I-
these.
I would like to do this quickly so I can go to bed. I am done with today. I want to go home.
Okay.
It is
Okay, well, yeah,
important
we can
that
go.
the orcs do not get the piece of the statue.
Right. Yes.
Okay, well,
okay.
I guess we got to get going then. I mean, like,
So go ahead and move your tokens, sort of in a big U around this cavern. You'll see the hallway off to the east, and just continue down about until you see the beginning of the web bridge. Probably 25 or so spaces.
Oh, okay.
To
Yeah, I see
right
where
about
you are.
right here, if you can see where I'm pinging.
I can move everyone if they get lost because there's some
Okay.
vision blocking.
Is
And
it
as
more
you're
than
moving
something?
around, as you move through these
Okay.
webbed caverns,
Don't like
you
to look at this
see
bridge.
a large abyss opening before you. The seemingly bottomless shaft. And there's a stench of like rotten eggs coming up from it, and a smell of maybe salt water, briny stench. The cobwebs stretch across it, forming a bridge to the other side, where you can see just in the very edges of your light the passage that she described continuing to the east. How do you want to approach crossing the bridge?
How sturdy does this thing kind of look? Like if I like kind of poke at it a little bit, like
Give me
What's
an
the-
awareness check.
okay, all right. So I have a boon from the Dragon Rider helm, but I think wearing a helm gives you a bane, so do they cancel
No.
out, or do I'm just getting the
No,
boon?
no, you just get a boon.
Okay.
Yeah.
This magic helmet does not have bane, so
Okay, that's an 8, so I think an 8 is good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. 8.
excellent. So it's very thick. And you're certain that it will hold the weight of everyone, but it does have some give, so you're going to have to be careful crossing it. And with your success, I'll say basically, I'll explain it. You all have to make an acrobatics check as you're crossing it if you're going to walk across it. And if you fail, you start to slip. You don't necessarily fall off, but you start to slip, and then we move the action on to see what happens next. Obviously, Absu, you can fly across.
Absu will be flying because my acrobatics is garbage trash.
Mine too.
And
So Clara
you can
is-
always
Claire's
use your
scared
rope
of this.
Hmm?
So she wants to take out her her sleeping fur
Mhm.
and see if it's gonna like stick if she tries to put the sleeping fur down to walk on, if she'd be able to like pick it back up and move it and have that help her walk across, or is it gonna like stick to the first place that she puts it and it won't come back up again?
These webs are not really all that sticky. So it's like walking across the entrance into a clean room. You get that kind of little resistance as you move, but you're not actually getting stuck to it. So you actually think putting anything down and walking across it might actually be more dangerous, because of the instability that would cause.
Okay. So you just see her like futzing around with her like, and she's scared, and so she's trying to do that carefully, and then she gets just super frustrated and then just like puts her sleeping fur back.
We could try to do where Absu flies across first and then with the rope, and like you can secure it on this side and we can secure it on the other and use that to help hold on to as you guys walk across.
Yeah, I absolutely think that's a great idea.
Cool.
So spend your willpower point to fly across, take one into the rope,
Spent.
and then when you get there, give me a crafting check.
Ooh, crafting. Okay.
And whoever is securing the rope on the other side, make a crafting check as well.
Anybody good at crafting?
I was about to ask. Got 4.
I would also accept bushcraft because this is kind of a survival thing.
Can I
as
do
well.
bushcraft?
Yeah, either one,
Okay.
crafting or bushcraft, whichever is better for you.
I'll do crafting on this side because I have
Okay.
pretty good crafting.
Succeed with a 12.
Yeah,
Bushcraft.
succeed with a 3.
Okay. So you're able to anchor this rope securely over the bridge, and because you're able to use it as a handhold walking across, I'm not even going to make you guys make the acrobatics checks. So you're able to walk easily across the bridge. Of course, you have to leave the rope up, but that's probably a good thing because you're going to have to come back this way anyhow. So you might end up losing your rope, but you survive the walk. So go ahead and move yourselves across the chasm. And that's where you find yourselves at the base of a very narrow, winding staircase that's carved into the tunnel that leads sharply upward. What would you like to do?
So we should, like, keep an eye out for, like, traps and things like that, because orcs are, like, savvy. They don't want, like, the spiders coming to get them, so they might have been laying traps and such. So just keep your eyes peeled. And then he starts to proceed forward like an idiot.
Okay.
Apsu is going to look around for one of the adult spiders to see if they can speak, and she's going to ask, do you guys have a count of how many orcs are here?
You feel a pressure in your mind and a chittering sound. So they're capable of contacting you, but they're not old enough and mature enough to make the mind speech connection that allows you to understand what they're saying.
I cannot understand. Can you tap on my hand how many times? How many there are?
So this spider, the size of a pony, kind of lurches back, and its body arches up, and you're looking into these 8 dead black eyes as these mandibles open and close, and then its front leg comes down and gently taps 5 times on your shoulder.
Thank you. I appreciate this information.
And again, you feel this chittering in your mind, and then the spiders pull back. So they're with you, but they are not going to be part of this.
There are 5 orcs in this camp.
What? 5?
5.
It's like one for each of us.
That's a lot.
Easy.
That's a lot.
What? I mean, we're 5.
They're very much like me, but bigger.
But they're going to say the same thing about us. They're going to be like, oh, it's 5 adventurers. Oh, no. So,
I'm an adventurer. I'm the best adventurer.
Yeah. You're the best with fire, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go up these steps, but I'm going to, like, look, for traps and such.
Give me an awareness check as you go up the steps.
All right. Oh, I finally did it. I finally rolled a 1.
Nice.
Yay. What do I do when you roll a 1?
Check the box next to awareness.
You check a box and that skill for XP check.
Awesome.
Plus, I mean, it's a crit for you. In combat, it's double damage. Here, I'm just going to tell you everything there is to know about these stairs. So as you're walking up these narrow stairs, it takes you several minutes to get up. You detect no signs of traps. The stairs are old and well worn. Obviously, this stairwell and probably this keep have been here for hundreds of years. But you can see that other than orc tracks coming down the middle, the rest of the outer stairs are covered in cobwebs and heavy dust. So it doesn't look like this way is used often, at least by foot traffic. However, on the walls, as you're looking up, you see clear indications of spiders moving through. So it's obvious that they use this stairwell as a way to get out into the forests to the north of the marshlands, where they do most of their hunting, or at least according to the matriarch spider. That's what they do. So go ahead and make your way to the top of the stairwell. And the tunnel opens up to reveal a small keep. You do see windows in the keep that show an extensive view of the Iron Forest. And as you get closer, you can hear orcish grunts from inside the keep.
He'll turn around.
Go ahead and keep going up to a route right here.
Yeah, we still can't see your pings. I still can't see your pings for some reason.
I don't know why.
I see no ping.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because
I see my
pings.
pings.
We don't have vision.
It's so weird. Well, I mean, I have the same permissions that Aaron does, so I still can't see him. Yeah, something's up. So I think
Clara's being bold.
And at this point, Jeff, if you want in the background, you can turn the vision on for everybody because you guys
Okay.
have seen every section of this cave now, so we don't have to worry about the hidden
Will
stuff. As you look in, you see 4 orc guards, and you see a larger female orc. She's heavily muscled and scarred. Clearly she spent her entire life fighting. She's wearing armor and has a heavy scimitar. As you come around, are you trying to be stealthy or are you just walking straight in?
What do we know about orcs?
Stealthy.
They're fierce warriors, but they're very honorable. They think Klingons in Star Trek. I mean, that's kind of the Dragonbane orc.
do you get that reference, Long?
No, I don't know what they are in Star Trek.
Sorry. So, fierce.
It's
What?
so crazy. So
What?
crazy.
Haven't you been
orcs
watching
in
our
Lord of the
Star Trek
Rings?
campaign?
You
think
watch
like
Lord of
a,
the Rings.
like the whole fantasy Viking, fierce, ferocious, loves to fight, but has a sense of honor about them. Very militant.
They're like Olaf
generally follow a
from League of
chieftain, a
Legends.
single strongest chieftain.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There you
I'm,
go.
I'm
Jeff
glad
with the
somebody had a
refs.
reference.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm like a translator. It's great.
So, are you trying to sneak in and get the drop on them, or are you? Well, how are you approaching the situation?
I leave strategy to the brains of the party.
I mean, clearly we're being sneaky.
I think we should just light them on fire.
You usually do,
Yes.
but we should sneak first, and then. I mean, are you volunteering to go at the front and set them on fire?
I am very good at sneaking.
If you want to run up and set them on fire, go for it.
Are we healthy enough to fight? We can speak with them.
You think you could convince them to leave?
Remember,
What they're
part of the
looking-
deal is to bring bodies back.
Yeah, we
so-
do have to feed
that's
them
right.
the
Oh,
bodies
right.
instead
Spiders
of the
wanna eat them.
babies.
Yeah.
You think we could convince them
You
to
can
feed
talk to them.
themselves to the spiders?
We can lure them into traps. Say we found the piece they're looking for.
Well, you guys
That's
are
smart.
talking. Truly is going with plan A and has tried to start to sneak,
Okay, give me a sneak check.
which I have a Bane on because I'm dazed. Here we go.
And I'll roll an awareness check.
Oh, darn, that's too bad.
You wanna push your roll?
God, I got a dragon and an 11. I don't have very many. No, I think it's funnier if I just get caught right away.
Okay. Yeah, because Angra, the name of this female orc actually,
Angra the Angry?
did see you coming. And I know, like, are your hands glowing, or, I mean,
Oh no, I'm just sneaking first. I
Okay.
need to get very close to them and then light them on fire. It's the plan.
So Agra sees you coming around the corner, and she's like, "Ho, goblin! What are you doing coming up the stairwell?
I'm sneaking.
Not well. What is your purpose here?
I am the best sneaker.
We are a squad of scouts sent by the war chieftain Maladuk. We are on a mission for Maladuk. What is your purpose here?"
Does Maladuk like ducks? Maladuk?
You are speaking nonsense.
Oh, let me get someone who. Stormhand, you want to talk to them?
There are more of you?
Yes.
You see all the orcs are starting to turn and look now, so they're all ready, just in case. But Stormhand, you hear Truly call out your name.
Hello. This is Stormhand.
This
And a
is
lizard
Stormhand.
A goblin and a lizard? What is it that you...
We just crawled out of the depths of this spider cave.
Ah, the spiders are thick down there.
Ran
We're
into-
gonna burn them out. They have something I want.
Oh, we've burned out quite a few already.
Well,
I like fire.
Excellent.
There's something you want down there.
Indeed there is. We're on a mission from Maladuk.
What is it? Maybe we saw it.
Have you heard the legend of the sword Durman?
No.
It is said that it is sealed within a crypt. The crypt of Eladane, the last dragon emperor.
There were a lot of dead people in there.
No. Someone shut your goblin up. The crypt is in outskirt. There is a key to the crypt. It is a statue made of volcanic rock. A statue of Eladane, the Dragon King, but it was broken into 4 pieces. We seek those pieces so that we can get the blade, Durman, for Maladuk, so we can vanquish the followers of the demon Sathmog.
We saw a lot of old gear down there.
We've searched much of that area. I know that it is in the company of the great old spider, but we've not been able to get close. Her children are thick down there, and I've already lost many orc to their attacks.
We saw one of yours on the way out.
I've lost a dozen scouts in these tunnels. So what are you doing? Are you simply moving through out into the Iron Forest? If so, the door is there.
Not at all. The spiders have kidnapped some of our ducklings. They're lost down there.
We're on an adventure rescue mission. We're adventurers.
And you're rescuing mallard children? Is that...
Yeah, that's why your chieftain name is funny to me.
I would not recommend making fun of Maladuk.
Mm-hmm.
She looks angry, but you see a couple of the other orcs kind of snicker. But very, very quietly.
You said you're searching for this artifact to stop demon followers.
Yes, well, not just demon followers, the demon Sathmog himself.
We should team
The
up.
Misty Vale is rife with demonic influence, and the demon rises in strength with no dragon to oppose it. So we need the blade Durman, and it needs to be wielded by the mightiest warrior, and that is Marduk.
We should team up. We might know where the artifact is.
And you see her get very interested. She goes, "Do you know where the artifact is? You've seen it?"
Not seen it, but
I think Galahop is the strongest warrior, actually.
I don't care what you think, Goblin.
Well, he is.
So, what are you attempting to do here?
I want to team up with these orcs. Try to deal with them.
We are being watched by this spider.
Wait, but we have to...
Yeah, but it's like...
So now we're going to try and kill the spiders?
I think, yeah.
Because they have our baby mallards trapped. Like, she's ready and primed to just suck them dry, you know?
Yeah, but like, do you want to like? Well, I wouldn't be doing this in character because I think we're still back. I think the 2 of you step forward and the rest of us are back.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like, we're just gonna murder these 5
I know.
seemingly decent people who just want to stop a demon. Like,
And you guys can all hear it, even though you're not in the room and seeing it. So, I mean, if you want to make your presence known, you can.
do your thing, Storm, whatever you think, man. You know,
Well,
Galahop's got your back.
I have a bad plan.
What you got?
We're here because we want to fight you. Is that okay?
Or she looks at you. She looks at the other one. She's
Yeah?
lizard, wizard, Stormhand, whatever you are called. Shut your goblin up.
Well, but because the spiders took the ducklings, and if we fight you, they give us the ducklings.
If you fight us, we will kill you. But then we will try to rescue your mallards if they're still alive.
Oh, this is complicated.
Backup characters.
Spoken with the giant spider. She calls herself Shellshaw.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them following us.
And she's just shaking her head. She's like, what is...
She knows where the artifact is. She's promised us its location.
Well, you can't get it out of her if she's dead.
So?
But I think it's in the cave. I think she has it. Everything we've been led to believe that it was given to her by a spider kin several years ago for safekeeping. That it was taken from the keep of the Purple Flame by this spider kin and secreted here, and that she has it and has had it for years.
Then join us. Save our mouths with us. And we'll help you find it.
As long as you swear to your gods that the piece of the statue is ours to take back to Maladuk.
Absu is shaking her head. Like, she's not visible yet, but she's shaking her head.
I'm trying to remember if, like, apps have you spoken about these pieces? Like, would I know about it?
Oh yeah, you were
Yeah.
there when
Okay.
she got the other two pieces. So
Like, and she's told you, like, her quest that her mom has essentially put her on.
I'm just playing that Truly did not notice and was not paying
oh yeah,
attention.
truly probably wouldn't know because you just
Yeah.
recently joined the group.
Exactly.
Okay. You guys are hearing the conversation, so you can pop out and say no to it, but I'm willing to agree with it.
Does other people want to weigh Truly will look down at the group down the stairs. Do you guys want to say something now? Like do opinions? I think we're supposed to fight them, but then Stormhand says no, and I'm confused now.
So
There are more
are
of
the,
you?
Yeah.
are the spiders actively looking at us right this second?
No, they're down at the base of the stairwell. They did not come up the stairwell. Not
So-
until you tell them that you've succeeded.
Galahad will show himself then. And like, hey man, I got whatever you think, Stormman, man, I got your back. But like, spiders aren't here right now. And like, I know they were in our heads, like talking to us, but like, that doesn't necessarily mean that they like could hear our thinking. So like, we could do like a little like, what's the phrase? Skullduggery or something like that, like little tricksy Dixie kind of thing, make them look like they're dead. And then like we lure them, and then bam, ambush is something.
Exactly. You're onto something here.
Hey, intelligence is it's my dumb stat.
I like it.
Are you guys forgetting how large some of these are?
No.
They're really big and there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but if you take
There
take
are
out the
three of them
queen,
following you guys. So there were three at the base of the stairs. But yes, you don't know how many there are in total.
if we like make the orcs, if it's all right with you, look dead, not really dead. Maybe they will like bypass inspection and we bring the bodies back and such, and then like we're all there and wham, we take out the big lady together, super
Agra
team.
looks interested in that. Somebody who wants to, it could be any of you because you're all kind of jointly making this argument. Someone give me a persuasion check with Boone because you're offering her success in her mission and she's already lost a lot of people. So
I have
I haven't
4
said much, but I
persuasion.
have a 15. I have a 15.
11.
As long as it's not me.
I am the best persuasion. I have 4.
Yeah.
right.
I'm guessing
I
that
guess-
it should be me.
Truly.
There we
guess
go. I
it's
broke
Clara,
Aaron.
yeah.
I've made my night.
Gosh. Woo. Okay.
It took a while to break Aaron this time.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Anybody? Let her rip.
Okay, I'm rolling it.
All
As
right,
a success.
you succeeded. So Agra looks and she's like, all right, we're in. We'll play dead. We've got pig's blood and the like. It should smell enough like us from a kill we've got. And we'll lay out. They shouldn't be able to hear our heartbeats through our armor. You just need to make sure that they don't web us all the way up. Maybe make some excuse as to why they...
We'll just say we're in a hurry. The poor ducklings didn't look like they were going to last very long. We've really got to get them home.
Okay. I just need somebody to either make a bushcraft or crafting check to make this look convincing.
I'm okay with craft if anyone's...
I'm decent with bushcraft.
And somebody one of you can aid the other and give the other person a boon if you want, instead of both of you rolling.
Okay. You want to aid me or you want me to aid you? What do you think,
Does it cost
Storm?
something to aid? I forget.
Nope. You just say you're aiding and how you're aiding. So describe what you guys are doing to make these 5 orcs look like dead bodies. One of you make the roll with boon, and
I'm really good with blood.
All right.
Yeah, I'll help out.
Okay.
Gallop here.
So he gets some of this. You say they got some pig blood, but then he's also gonna try, if they'll let him, like some cuts here, like superficial. Like come on, you guys.
The orcs don't. Yeah, they're like,
this ain't nothing. Hey, these are my people.
They're all covered in scars anyway, so this is nothing new to them.
7 under 12. I'm so glad I got boon because that was a bad roll otherwise. So yeah, 7 under 12 or under 14. Excuse me.
You're able to make it look convincing, and the others are probably making combat noises like yells and thrusts, so it sounds like a battle is going on. And then once you've got all of the orcs look like they're dead bodies, you call for the spiders, and they come up. And you got a 7 under what?
7 under 14 is what I rolled.
Let's roll their awareness. Okay. They failed. So the opposed roll, they failed. You succeeded. So you automatically succeed. So the spiders, each one, so there's 3 spiders. So they come over and they kind of web the orcs' feet together. And then one spider is like putting them across the back of another spider. So basically they're not almost semi-hog time them. If somebody wants to give me a sleight of hand check to basically, as the spiders are getting them up on the bodies, to kind of loosen the webs, go in and like maybe slightly cut at it with the daggers, the orcs would then be able to jump into the first round of combat as opposed to the second round of combat. And again, you can have it with boon because there's a lot of distractions going on. So
this isn't a Galahad thing. I will say to the spiders though, she's doing like, you want me to carry one of them? They're kind of heavy. I don't mind.
And you see one of them duck its head. So because there's only the 3 spiders. There's 5 orcs. So
I'm gonna try to grab Angra if they'll let me. And
they don't distinguish any of them, so you're able to put her in a fireman carry. Anybody want to try the sleight of hand check with a boon to see if you can loosen the webs of the others? Okay.
I think I've got the best sleight of hand. And I rolled a 1.
Yes!
Nice.
So you expertly move through, and it looks like you're trying to help them situate the bodies across their 4 axes, but you're actually loosening the webs. And with the 1, you loosen them to the point where they're not even attached anymore. So basically, these orcs can move in at a moment's notice. And then the entire party makes its way back. And Jeff, if you'll move everybody back to the main
I'll get everybody. I'll take care of it all. Yep. Get all the tokens.
One big happy family. Road trip.
Interesting situation. Wasn't expecting it to go quite this way, but I love it.
The tokens are slowly moving across. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but they're coming. It's pretty funny. Okay, all good.
And as you come in, you hear in your mind Sakshal scream, "Liars!" as she read the intent in your mind. So the way this is going to work is Her children burst out, and the orcs jump up and start fighting her adult children, leaving you to deal with Sakshal.
Let's go.
That's fair.
So that's going to be
Apple
some
music. Go. One wing angel. No, I know
We
don't have
forgot
copyright for
to.
that.
Do you want me to
We
put
forgot
the
have a
orcs in the?
Oh no, they're so
thingamajig?
dead.
No, they're not
So
getting
sad.
their fight is just going to be a separate fight. So it's just
I
going
would
to
never
be
have passed that.
Oops.
Just
let me
you guys.
delete
You
one.
would not have. This is working. This is working. This is so much fun. It's totally
You're so
working.
good at this. I am the best.
all
My
right.
stats are such.
This is going to go well, guys. You're fine. But it does start out with Sakshal making the first move.
Oh dear.
As she comes down, and she basically launches herself sort of from the wall. And as she comes out, she raises its rear end, and this poisonous stinger comes out, shooting towards one of you. Same rules apply. Same rules apply.
That was a 1, so he's rerolling.
Yep. Coming at Absu.
Oh no.
This
no, I
great
might die.
stinger is coming at you. Now you can attempt to evade if you want. Spend your turn
Can-
evading.
Can we say we drank some health potions before this?
Can also parry it too. It says on this. So if, I'm not sure what's higher for you, Ashley.
Yeah.
It takes up your turn, but I mean it's worth it if you don't die.
What is
Probably.
my
Oh, for sure.
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Just an
where
idea.
is Perry? I don't even have it on my.
It's your weapon. It's whatever your
weapon skill.
primary weapon is. Weapon skill. So for you, it'd be your trident.
Oh, okay. That is 10, and evade is 13. Okay, I'm gonna try evade then.
All right.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh shit!
Oh, dragons.
Holy
Oh my
crap!
gosh.
2 1s.
Okay.
Should've
Because that's
Bane's rolled
just
2 1s.
amazing. So amazing. You know, put a check mark in evade.
Okay.
And since you rolled 2 1s, and that's just fantastic, I am not going to make you lose your turn
Oh,
because
cool.
you evade so well. So you describe what it looks like, how you get out of the way of this stinger.
As the stinger comes down, you guys just watch because Absu's been like scared this entire time, so she's already been kind of on edge. And you just watch as her wings that have been kind of tucked in tightly to her back to avoid all the webs burst out from her, and she pushes back with a huge beat of her wings, and it just lands on the ground right in front of her and
Nice.
barely misses, impaling her.
And so as the stinger goes right by you, we've come back to you. But because you were so graceful in your actions, you're in a good position to take an action. So what would you like to do? As this spider the size of a small elephant with these 8 black eyes and these mandibles right next to your head, basically, is waiting.
She's gonna attempt to just stab her with the trident.
I like it.
Which is spear 4.
Nice.
Oh, I guess I
Nice.
should have just clicked the.
Yeah, the idea.
Oh god, where is it? Oh god. Okay.
My
Sorry,
gosh,
I
Ashley.
re-rolled. I totally re-rolled it.
That's another
I still
one.
I'm taking the 4. I don't get the extra stuff.
Oh, okay.
All of our bad
this
luck
is-
is so Ashley
This
has
is a
like
critical
amazing luck.
version of the damage.
Dude, if
So
she
we
could
can
just
take-
like
No, this is just normal damage. Yeah, so that's my normal damage would
Yeah,
be the 12.
awesome.
So, describe what it looks like when this trident digs in. Now, I will tell you that it starts to scrape across this hard chitinous exoskeleton. So, not everything is getting through, but then
Okay.
it catches and pierces into this pulpy flesh of this spider's abdomen.
Wait, I rolled a 1 or no, I didn't. I rolled a 4. Never mind. JK. Yeah, so she literally just stabs into she's like goes and it kind of gets like one of the legs and she just tries to like kind of pin it down.
Nice. So you get in there, you tear across one of the legs. That does remind me, though, there are things like special attacks that
Okay.
you can do, and one of them that might be, and I meant to bring this up before you attack, but one of them is if you have a piercing weapon like a trident or any other piercing weapon, you can use an attack called Find the Weak Spot. You make your attack with Bane, but if you still succeed, you bypass the creature's natural armor or the person's armor. So
Okay.
that is an option. Things like topple and grapple and disarm don't really work here for this particular encounter. But if you thought of a special attack you would want to try, we can figure out it mechanically.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So you dig in. It doesn't seem to even notice it too much. But that brings us around to Stormhand. In the background, you hear the orcs fighting against these other adult spiders, but you're almost in this small, isolated pocket. It's just the 5 of you and this giant horror.
Pull back next to Stormhand. Put my hand on his shoulder. Spirit of Stone. And pull back to Gallop, not myself. Spirit of Stone. Let his fist strike true. And you can see the pebbles and up at the ground and the walls start attaching to your hands. It's like enhance your weapon. So dragons can be rolled on 1 through 3 now.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Sorry, I just got a little verklempt.
So we
Just giving
see
the long hard eyes right now. Just
we see the great stone gauntlet on the fist of Sir Galahop become even heavier, encrusted with these like mineral deposits and these jagged gemstones and rocks. And hearing you chanting, the spider turns, Saskalshaw turns towards you, Stormhand, recognizing the threat of a magic user,
No.
and she attacks you.
Look out.
So you see her head dart around and go to strike you.
I'm gonna.
You've already
use
taken your
my-
action, but I assume Galahop has got something
Yeah,
to say
I'm
about
gonna use
this.
my guardian ability. I'm gonna burn 2 willpower to take the hit for him.
Okay, so
Probably die.
So Galahop jumps in front of these mandibles, and they come swishing through the air like scimitars. Holy crap! And they're gonna hit hard.
Oh,
Not
it's
too
good
bad.
ones.
Okay,
Got 2 ones.
Oh,
8
got
thank
lucky.
minus your armor. I mean, so
Yeah.
what? You only take 1 or 2?
2. I'm gonna take 2. Yeah.
As the
Yeah, I mean, that
mandibles.
could have killed me.
Oh yeah. That would have been a hard hit if
Holy
I'd
crap.
rolled better. Your armor basically gets crushed and you feel your ribs crack a little bit, but the mandibles aren't able to penetrate it. Clara, you see Galahop in the jaws of this giant spider momentarily before it flings him back. But it is your turn.
She would like to see if she can maybe set this thing on fire.
Okay. And
That's the thing that I could do.
Absolutely. So you're going to use a torch to try to catch it on fire?
Yeah, so I've got lamp oil, I've got my sleeping fur, and I've got flint and tinder.
Okay. So what you'll do is this turn, your action would be a crafting check to basically make this fireball and or fire blanket, and then next round you would attempt to throw it on it.
Yeah, that would not be something that Clara should do. Like nothing for crafting. Okay, so
you could also do bushcraft because it's kind of a survival thing. Starting a fire does count as bushcraft as well. So if you would want to try that, I would accept that as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not something that's
not in our young merchant's foray.
No, so she's just gonna try to mastercraft a dagger attack this thing.
I like it.
Do you do it from the main page?
If you pull up your character sheet.
There we go. Yeah, I was on the inventory page. That was the problem. Got it. Okay. All right, that's a success.
Slides in.
For 11 damage.
Nice damage. So, again, you feel the same thing. The blade catches it first, and you have to put your fist on the pommel stone, and you punch it in, and then you finally get it in, and the spider skitters a little bit away from you. Again, it's you've got a glow on it, but it's two small pinpricks against something the size of an elephant. It doesn't look like it's been slowed down all that much, but you did draw spider ichor on your blade. Did you want to do anything else? Move or?
No, I mean, I do have my 9 lives, so I'm not the worst person to
be up there.
Be up here, at least for my death roll. So I think I am here.
You'll be fine. Death roll, you're okay. So that brings us to Galahad.
Okay, so first off, I actually didn't take any damage because I have 8 armor. I forgot to count my helmet.
I thought you had. You had.
Yeah. I just looked at the plate armor and I forgot to add that they don't have like a cumulative section. Okay. And what was the effect that you gave me, Stormhand? I'm sorry. It was
so when you roll a 1, 2, or 3, it counts as a dragon.
Okay. All right. I am going to. Okay. I'm gonna use my leap. Because I want to get boon on my attack. Because I want to try to get that crit. So yeah, I'm gonna burn the willpower to leap, and like either land on her back and smash, or like land behind her and smash, or whatever you think is fair. Because when I use my leap and attack, I get a boon if I end it with a swing. So that's what I'm gonna do. So so with this glowing, the swirling rocks around the fist, he shakes off the attack, because that was one hell of an attack. Like he got his shield up at the last second, and then he's gonna leap behind her and try to kind of take her from, what is it, the thorax? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the thorax.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll with with boon. And you said 1 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a 3, which is good because the other one was a 19. So yeah,
very nice,
that's twice you've gotten me. That's twice your help. Okay, so that's a 3. I'm gonna use my, I'm gonna trigger my damage on the fist, so I can roll 2d10, and then what happens on a crit? I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever done
roll
this.
the damage dice the second time, so it would be 3d10 plus your strength bonus.
Okay, 3d10 plus my strength. Okay. All right. 3d10. Oh my god, I don't even have 3d10. I'll have to use a d1 under. Okay. And then I think my strength bonus is a 6d6. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Well, I got 110. That's good. So 10, 17, 18, and then 21 points of damage.
It's 18. So you leap over this enormous spider, and clear it, barely clear the cavern ceiling. Come down, and as you're coming down, you bring this great fist down into its thorax, and you burst through the back of the thorax. And spider ichor covers you in your armor. And you hear the spider screech, and in your mind she goes, I am going to eat you. And she spins to attack Sir Galahop. She's wicked angry now. Wicked angry.
Yeah.
This is bad.
It's not the first time someone has tried to eat me in this game.
So I think this makes sense. So she turns and is frantically striking you with her legs, with these barbed, hairy legs, trying to just basically drive one of these through your body and pin you to the ground so she can suck the fluid out of you.
Okay. He keeps just trying to get the shield up each time.
Because she's flailing around, Clara, you're within 2 meters. And Absu, you're within 2 meters. Stormhand and Truly, do you think you guys are within 6 feet of this thing?
I would have backed off of my original move.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right, so Absu, Clara, and Sir Galahop take 7 minus your armor. So Sir Galahop, once again, these legs can't penetrate your shield. Yeah. How do the rest of you fare?
I've got 3 armor, so I take 4.
4? Okay.
Okay.
And
I don't think I have any armor.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, so I'm dying.
Okay. That's a tactical error. We need to get your next character some armor.
Next character get some armor. Yeah. So on your turn, we will start your death saves.
I always forget to move after combat, but
don't do what I did.
So you guys see as these legs are slashing around, you see Absu fall, but the spider is still focused on Galahop because Galahop truly hurt her. So for her final action this round,
she gets 4 actions. She's got ferocity 4.
She's got ferocity. Is ferocity equal to the party size -1? Which is why I thought you guys would kill the orcs.
That's stronger than a dragon. So everyone
knows. She's super strong.
Holy crap.
I was happy to kill orcs.
Big. Stormhand has led us to
Valhalla.
That's the same thing we rolled before. Hold on. Yeah,
just think of the new party.
So the spider does basically what you did. She leaps up and she's going to try to crush you with her mammoth body.
Get off me. Oh, that's not my voice. What am I doing?
Doing terrible damage rolls. So again, your shield, her entire weight comes down on your shield, and you're knocked prone underneath her, but you take no damage.
I'm just like getting literally squashed below her.
Yeah. You're
like hiding underneath the damn thing at a certain point.
So it's a rough situation you're in, but that brings us to Truly now. So Truly, you see Absu fall. You see Galahop get smothered, but you see him literally holding up some of the weight of the spider with his shield. What would you like to do?
I gave my potion to Absu, and I look over at Stormhand. He's got the healing magic, so I'm going to try to just fireball the spider and probably attract a lot of attention because she didn't like Stormhand when he did magic.
I love it.
Also, I am rolling with Bane because I am angry still, which is fun. I'm going to do a level 2 again, though. So Truly's going to use movement to try to like get around some rocks just for a bit of cover, but she's not hiding or evading. And then she is going to roll to attack. Oh, hey, not bad. A 2 and a 6, which means a success.
Excellent.
Even with
Nice.
Bane. Let me roll damage. 9.
Okay, so you begin to cook away some of the spider's carapace, and again you hear this horrible squealing sound as now these burns. You see some of the ichor from the cuts actually bubbling up from the heat of the burns. Do you want to do anything else?
That is everything. Moving to a more safe location and burning the spider.
I like it.
Nice job, truly.
That's a much better draw. That's a much better draw in second round for her.
Okay. I don't. I have no idea what it just did.
It's all good.
But you guys are almost all going first. So, Truly, you're back up again. So it's your turn again.
Gallop, do you want to deal with the whole getting squished situation first?
No, keep going. It's like the
Okay.
4 of us in a row, so it's no real
Yeah, that's
big difference.
true. Then, well, I mean, Spider seems to be going every other round, but sure. No,
we have cards. Like that's 1, 2,
Oh.
3, and 4. We have that.
Yeah, okay, fair. I guess just because I'm used to seeing the enemies, I'm gonna fireball it again. Again, level 2 fireball,
Okay,
and
okay.
hoping for good roll. Fireworks, roll. Hey, all right. So
nice.
the dice like me now. That
It's always good.
is fingers crossed for extra damage. All right, 12 points of damage.
Nice. And again, this
Nice.
fire cooks across this creature's carapace, doing some serious damage. The hair is burning off of its thorax. You see the heat is cracking the exterior carapace of some of its body, and it's beginning to waver a little bit, but still on its feet and still chittering angrily, screaming in your minds that it will eat you all and have the mallard children as a dessert. Anything else you want to do?
I don't taste good. I'm mostly bone. And that's it.
Stormhand, you're up. You see Absu is on the ground, bleeding out. What would you like to do?
I'll rush up to Absu, hand on her, by fang and fur, let lifeblood run anew, and you'll see some of the webbing in the cavern start coming in, closing up the wounds that were struck on her. I'll do level 2
Nice.
for 3d6.
All right, roll them to cast the spell, and
Yeah,
then
let me cast first. Got a 5.
Excellent.
Success. 2, 4 health. Wait, 6 health. Don't know what I'm at.
So Absu, this gasp of air comes through you as you feel this webbing closing up your wounds, and you feel some vitality rushing back through your body.
Praise be Stormhand.
Bring us to Galahop, who is currently pinned under a giant spider.
Am I actually pinned or am I just knocked down?
You're just knocked out. I mean, no, you can take
Okay.
any action you
Okay.
want, but I mean, you're prone, so
All right.
but you can definitely punch, or you could
Okay.
try to scoot out from under it, or try to push it off you with an athletics check or a strength check. That is.
Well, if I'm just knocked down, I think I can just stand up. That's what I was asking if I was
Well,
pinned.
it's over. It's on top of you. At the
But am I
moment.
pinned though, or is I knocked down? I feel like
No,
those are
no,
two
you're-
different things.
You're not mechanically pinned, but to get out, you'd have to take a move action to get out from under it.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
stand
yeah,
up.
I'm
That's
done.
just your one action.
I'm cool for that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna take my movement action. Let me see if I can just still do this. Yeah. So. Okay, so I'm going to move out from under her. I'm just going to and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to leap back onto her.
All right.
So I have enough willpower. I can do this.
I'm
Okay.
jumping on your back. No, I'm jumping on your back.
Yeah. It's really a will they, won't they romantic story going on right now with the two of them. Okay. All right. Leap it in. Here we go. And punching once more. And I rolled a 2 this time on my green die.
Yay!
How long does that thing last?
Good.
Is it still last, or is it
Yeah, it's
only
a
one
whole
round?
stretch.
Hold on. Before you roll damage, she is going to use one of her actions to attempt to evade you.
Okay.
Oh, boo.
I know
That's
it's just rude, but she is smart, so she got a 2.
Okay.
So she succeeded in evading the attack.
But my question would be, he says my 1 to 3 is a dragon range. So can she evade it? Can you evade a dragon?
That's a good point. You have to get a dragon to evade a dragon.
Yeah.
So you hit.
Ooh.
Thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
So she wastes around. She's trying to get away, but your leap is just too powerful. And she's skittering away, but you still come down right on her back.
And I am going all out because I feel like we're not going to survive another round if she gets to attack. So I'm going to burn my willpower to do more damage. So 3 again. D6. Come on. Okay. 18. 20. 23 this time.
Okay. So you crack her back, and 2 of her legs actually kind of go limp. Like you've done some serious damage. And she's looking very ragged, but she's still up.
Yep.
And that brings us to Clara.
Okay. I don't know that I really have anything other than going for another stabby stab with my Mastercraft dagger.
It's good. Hey, it worked last time, right?
Did a little bit. At least annoyed her a little bit. That's a 2.
Nice. Roll your damage.
8.
Okay. So again, it skitters across some of her plated body, but you do sink it in and do some damage.
So she's just with all of her, like, she's not the strongest person, but, you know, with kind of all of her agility, she's definitely kind of trying to, like, do the best she can. And, you know, she's mad, and Absu is just down, and, you know, she's doing her best.
She's flat pussing booting it. So, I mean, you're jumping in, jumping out, stabbing, cutting, slicing. And you're whittling away. I mean, this creature is literally bleeding ichor from almost its entire body. You know, the fur is scorched off of its thorax. It is in a great deal of pain. Its first action was used in an attempt to evade. Its second action, still focused on Galahad, because Galahad is straight up murdering her. So she is going to attack you.
So I just wanted to like with crit hits. I think we're playing them wrong. I think it's doubled. I think you choose an effect. Yeah, you can choose
either
an
double
effect.
damage or you
Or like
can get a second attack. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just reading it.
Yeah. Okay. So again with this, with the poison stinger shooting in at you.
Dear.
Oh boy.
Of course, with the way I've been rolling damage, it's probably not going to do anything to you, but we'll see.
Possibly.
Oh,
All right,
no.
One point of damage.
Oh, no.
1
That's
point.
bad.
That's enough.
That's bad.
So I need you to roll against the poison.
Yeah. Potency 16.
Poison. Yeah. So I'll roll a d20, and I've got to get below a 16, and you roll your con, and it's an opposed roll. So
Yeah.
Damn, that 1 point.
I got a
Oh
1.
no.
Yeah, I just got a 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So you take the
crap.
full effects of the paralyzing poison. So you become exhausted, and you must make a con check before any of your actions in each subsequent round. The con check is not an action itself. If you
Okay.
fail, you cannot move or perform any actions, including free actions, in that round.
Gotcha.
Wears off if you get an antidote or after 15 minutes. So the stinger slices into Galhop, somehow manages to find a crease in his armor, and you feel this spider venom moving through your body. Everything aches. Your joints are aching. You all immediately feel feverish. You start to feel slow and ponderous. And the spider, realizing that she's sunk her venom home, turns towards Clara. Turns towards Truly, sorry, the person who's been lighting it on fire.
I was really
for the
excited
last
for
two
a moment.
rounds.
I'm like, you forgot.
I just said the wrong name.
Clara?
Not me.
Clara? No. You'll be fine, I'm sure.
None of us are going to be fine. We just saw what happened.
And this creature's mandibles come and lunge and grasp you and try to crack your tiny little goblin body.
Yep.
10 points of damage minus armor.
I have no armor. I also have
God.
It's a terrible roll. I got another terrible roll, but
It's a terrible roll, but it's enough
But
because
it's
I took
really
3
lucky.
points of damage earlier, and I only have 12 hit points, which means I am negative 1 hit point.
Okay, so we'll start your death saves next round. Seeing that she dropped you, Sakshal then turns to the other person who's been slowly whittling away at her and attacks Clara.
Oh dear.
And leaps up, much like it did on Galahad. The front half of its body leaps up and it comes slamming down on you, Clara. Another terrible damage roll. 7 points of damage minus your armor.
Okay, so I've got 3 armor, so I'm
So you
taking
take 4.
another 4 damage. Okay.
You're knocked prone under the weight of the spider.
Okay.
Absu, you gasp back to life, laying on the ground. You feel Stormhand's hand on you. You see, as you look around, you see Galahad gasping and holding his chest, and you've never seen him like this. He's shaky and kind of palsy looking. You see Truly crushed and on the ground, and you see Clara sticking out from under the thorax of the spider, trying to pull herself free. What would you like to do?
Can I take a health potion and attack, or is that not?
No. Taking a potion
Okay.
is an action, so I believe. Let me double check.
Oh, okay.
Important detail to clarify.
Yeah, use an item. So yes, your drink potion is your action.
Okay, well, Absu is desperate at this point. She's never seen Galahad like this. Truly may be new to our party, but she can see what a horrible situation she's in. So Absu is going to just viciously go and attempt to attack that weak spot.
Okay.
The special.
So yeah, so you're
thing.
attacking with Bane.
Yep.
With your trident. I love it. You want to
Fuck.
push it?
Yes, I do. I am angry,
Makes sense.
and I pass
Yes.
with an 8.
So roll your damage.
14 damage with my bone
Yay.
trident.
So, since you were able to find that weak spot and bypass his armor, describe what it looks like when you kill the ancient spider
Let's go.
Sakshal.
Yeah.
So Truly had been just constantly burning her back, and there was a part where Sir Galahop had hit her in the back, and it kind of ripped open her armor, her natural chitin armor. And that is just where Apsu kind of flies up, and then just with the full weight of her body and her rage, she just slams it down kind of between her neck and her back, and it just kind of, the force of it causes her neck to snap as she stabs into her spine.
Nice. And this giant spider flattens against the ground. Clara is able to scoot out before, and then it curls up like dead spiders often do. At this point, you guys have been so focused on this, you realize, you turn and you see that the other adult spiders are dead as well, and there are 2 orcs who are still left alive, including the orc leader. They're also bloodied and beaten, but Agra gives you the thumbs up as combat is ended, and for the first time, you really do not hear the skittering sound of spiders around you anymore. Whatever spiders are left have probably retreated after the death of Sakshal. So
Clara is going to take the healing potion that she had and give it to Galahop.
Oh, you don't need to do that. I have my own. No, it's okay.
And a healing potion won't help him. He needs an
I don't
antidote.
feel so good.
But I'm gonna kind of hand wave that. I mean, you guys will have the 15 minutes. You're getting everybody patched up. You're starting to look around. You're getting the 3 mallards down, and by the time that is done, Galahop will have thrown off the effects of the poison.
Yeah, we need to save Truly. She is dying.
You want to see if I roll another demon first?
Give it a push.
Well, it's the beginning of the round. It's the beginning of the round. I'm going to allow if Stormhand wants to heal you, then I will allow him to do that. Otherwise, you can roll a demon. I'll just see how it goes. Go for a third character.
I'll use my remaining 2 willpower. Level 1 spell.
All I need.
Fire. Then get 2d8. 2d6. 8.
That's
Nice.
more than you rolled to heal us.
It is.
That's all right.
Thank you, Stormhand. I hurt all over. And you're just like touching a pile of clothes with a big gray hat, pointy hat on it. Oh, sad little goblin hand coming out.
And as this is going on, the orcs are searching and everything, and they're just throwing coins to the side and everything. And then you see Agra go, "It's not here. The statue's not here. Damn it. That Spiderkin lied to us." She basically salutes you and she goes, "We've got to report back to Maladuk. Good luck getting the mallards back. It was good fighting at your side. If you ever see another orc, just mention the name Captain Agra and that you helped Maladuk in his quest, and they'll give you what aid they can."
Safe travels.
We'll do the classic, like, the handshake where you grab each other's forearms with her before she leaves. Yeah, exactly.
She goes, "I've never fought beside such a ferocious toad. Or frog,
yeah,
sorry.
I'm technically a frog. No, it's okay. We get confused all the time. It's all right."
And they make their way back out and off into the distance and obviously towards the stairs. What they left behind is a sling. You know, it's an okay sling, but ridiculous amount of money. 89 silver coins and 50 gold coins worth of treasure.
God damn.
And obviously the 3 mallard children. But
Who
no
we're going to
statue.
return. We don't get to keep those. Just
Don't
so.
get to keep the kids. Don't get to keep
We
the
don't
kids.
get mascots after this?
I get Hubert. I like Hubert. He looks like a good guy.
But the one thing you do remember is that Agra said the Spiderkin who said that the statue piece was here said it was taken from the Keep of the Purple Flame.
Yeah.
So we'll hand wave your moving out of the cave.
There was that one room we never searched.
You can search that if you want, or you can get the kitchen. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not worth much, if anything,
as long as
to
it's
what...
not the statue.
No, it would be pretty shocking
I
if
would
that
not,
really powerful statue piece is like right there, you know? Not here.
Like,
That's odd.
Bitch, it's right here.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah.
One little corner that we didn't look at.
Yeah.
I'm pretty evil, but I'm not so evil that I would do that to you guys. It's like, hey, no, you don't have to search it, honest. You never could find that fourth piece. It was in that one chamber, but I made you not look at.
Too bad. So sad.
So you get the Mallard children, and you make your way out. Daphne is there. She's exuberant. The children fall into her arms. And you all make your way back to the village of Swamp Break, where the elder Donald is there. And you see these other mallards and some goblins and some of the rest of the villagers. They come and they've got healing potions and poultices. And they bring you into this large open hall. And they sit you down and they're bringing you food and drink, some of the most delicious dishes you've ever experienced. It's made out of these swamp tubers and vegetables, and they're tending your wounds. And Elder Donald says, we beg you to stay with us for a time so that we can celebrate you. You are citizens of Swamp Break now. We can discuss the future when you're feeling better. You will have this hall as your home while you stay. And it's a huge hall with multiple bedrooms. It's got a large, basically like a giant tub that they fill with swamp water, purified swamp water, and heat up. So I mean, it's luxury living, and you're able to rest and recuperate. And we're going to go through experience here. I know we're running a little late. We're going to go through experience real quick, but also between now and our next session, all of you get a heroic ability.
Ooh.
After saving the Mallard children and defeating the evil of the she spider, Sakshal, you get a heroic ability.
Nice.
I figure it's about time.
Are you guys tired? I feel tired. Like I clicked exhausted on Galahad, but like Jeff feels kind of exhausted.
That was
your choice.
She was rough.
I thought we were so screwed. Like I was like,
if I had rolled such shit on damage,
you rolled so bad.
I think you guys would have been in trouble
on that one.
Because I barely took any damage, but like your rolls, if you would have rolled one decent roll, I was screwed.
Yeah, because I mean, I was rolling 3d8s and getting 8 and 9.
You get like 8. Yeah, it was terrible roll.
Yeah.
We got so lucky.
But yeah, I'm glad you did, because I didn't really want any of you to die there. When you guys decided you were going back to fight her, I was like, oh, damn, I'm going to kill some people tonight. I was like, the orcs, they can take the orcs, but
she's really tough.
I preferred what you did. That was much more heroic and much more interesting. But yeah, I didn't think you were all going to live through it.
When you said she had a fourth action, I immediately regretted every decision we had made in the previous 45 minutes. I'm like, no, we're going to die.
How funny would it be if we all died except for Stormhand?
3 maybe. Well, that's how it should be. Galahad.
She had 84 hit points.
Holy shit. How much armor?
3 armor.
Okay.
And 4 actions. So her armor wasn't too great, which was what probably saved you. Because if she had better armor, it might have been in some trouble.
Oh my god.
She really didn't like magic. Was she vulnerable to magic attacks, or just didn't?
No. It's just she was smart enough to realize the danger posed by fighting wizards, and that usually they're squishy enough that you can kill them quickly.
Yeah, I was one hit tap for sure.
She stabs you guys and sits on me. That's basically.
I mean, she was incredibly intelligent, ancient creature. So I mean, obviously, she had mastered telepathy and the ability to communicate with you. So she was not stupid, which is why I played her smart. But but you managed to beat the bear snot out of her. So, well done, team. All right. Did you participate in the game session? You absolutely did. You did not explore a new location. It's the same cave system from last time. You did defeat one or more dangerous adversaries. I'm going to give you guys 2 experience points for that because she was
Terrifying.
truly terrifying. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? Yes, you convinced the orcs to fight alongside you. If you just gone back to fight her and had to fight 3 of her adult children and her.
Oh yeah, we'd be dead.
We would have got destroyed in the first round.
Very bad.
My God.
And those of you who gave into your weakness, go ahead and give yourself an experience point for that.
My weakness is a pretty easy one to exploit.
There wasn't food.
And obviously, anyone who rolled a dragon or a demon, put a mark for that as well. And then go ahead and make your rolls. Right. And also remember, if any of your skill levels ever advance to 18, you also get a heroic ability after that. I don't think anybody's there yet.
No.
Not quite.
But now that you said that, I might strategically pick something.
Well, that's it. I mean, because that's a way to get, it's harder, obviously, to increase a stat to 18 because you have to roll over your current stats. So it gets progressively more difficult to do it, but
I try to do things that were relevant to what we did. So
yeah, same.
No, that totally makes sense. And the reason you got the heroic ability is the other way to get a heroic ability is after a grand heroic deed. And I considered killing her a grand heroic deed. Not to mention making inroads possibly with the orc forces of Maladuke. Wow, Gal hops and
All right.
You can only get
nice. You rolled a 20.
Did not increase crafting though. Increased awareness. Increased evade. Increased persuasion. Okay, here's the big one. I gotta roll trash right now. This is brawl. Come on, 20.
You need that
I'm at 16. I'm 2 away, so I'm at 16. So I'm getting excited. All right.
And the heroic abilities are in the rule book. So you guys should all have the PDF of that. If you've got any questions about them over the next couple of weeks, feel free to reach out to me. There are some, obviously very useful ones for combat that like give you a free evade roll or a free parry, so you don't have to use your action for that. But then there's just some really badass heroic abilities. Make sure you take a look when you're looking at the heroic abilities to ensure that you meet the prerequisite for them. Most of them have a prerequisite that you will be required to meet.
You improved nothing. All 5.
Aw.
Truly
so many.
Oh my god,
so many
truly
20s.
got 2 20s.
Wow.
Only needed like 8.
Wow.
But
Good gosh.
Well, my thinking didn't go up.
You're thinking.
Damn.
Oh goodness.
So
should have tried to improve crafting. That would have been low. Maybe
the plan is to be back in 2 weeks. However, because of the holidays, that may not happen. So we'll keep you posted on that. I hope everybody had a good time, not dying to the giant spider and
awesome.
saving,
not dying.
Saving
that was
Donald
awesome.
Duck's nephews.
Yeah.
And enjoying the town of Swamp Break. So we'll start in Swamp Break the next time. So if you've got other things you want to do in Swamp Break, you can make deals with Donald. Obviously, he's going to basically give you anything you want. You might be able to find out where the Keep of the Purple Flame is from these people, or how to get to Outskirt if you want to go there and do some, trading or whatnot. So all options will be open to you. That is all I've got for tonight.
Nice.
So
I failed
thanks everyone for
everything.
playing.
Aw, but you're alive and you got the killing blow.
That's
So
true.
You get the killing blow.
yeah, we could be rolling up
It's
new
the
characters right
friend
now.
you
So
made.
let's
That's
let's
true.
not look a gift horse. You know.
I'm just
All right.
my roles have changed drastically.
Yeah, it's like
You rolled well when it mattered, right? Yeah. All right. We want to do
Jeff,
closing
tell
plugs. Well, let's start with Garblag. What do you got? Why did I say it like Garblag? What do you got on Garblag Games?
So Garblag
Gabagool.
Games next week. Check out our YouTube channel at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I believe on Tuesdays you should see Pete playing some Electric State. Running some Electric State. Wednesday, Thursday is a little up in the air at the moment. We're going to be starting the new Judge Dredd game on Wednesdays, but that'll probably be a couple weeks down the road. There's probably not going to be anything this Wednesday. Thursday is still a little up in the air as well. So go to Gartopia, the Garblag Discord channel, and jump in the tavern and find out what we're doing next week. But definitely check us out.
Awesome. All right. Here, tomorrow is our next game. We've got Call of Cthulhu. You can see a bunch of people on the screen here playing that. We haven't played for a couple weeks because of scheduling stuff, but we're back tomorrow. I'm very excited. Monday, we've got Otherscape. Tuesday, you can see the four of us on the left side of your screen are playing through some Star Trek, possibly our Star Trek finale, depending on how things go. Thursday next week, we've got Swords of the Serpentine, which we just started last night, which was a crazy amount of fun. The YouTube video will be up this weekend of it if you didn't catch the stream. And that's that. I should also mention our good pal, Steven, has a game. It's called Huckleberry. It's right here. It is a horror Western cinematic action game. He's been working really hard on it, and it's really a blast to play. We've run it here on the channel. You should take a look at it. And you should go support it. HuckleberryRPG.com. New updates coming very, very, very soon, I think. I don't know. He's in charge of that. I just say stuff. But that's that. Okay. Let's go ahead and raid someone. I'm going to raid Interpoint Station because I think they might be playing Lancer, their Kisser. So we'll see when we go over. I think it might be Lancer or Los. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyhow, we're going to give them the raid. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.